Good evening to everyone. Good evening to everyone. How's everybody doing? Good evening to everyone. How's everybody doing? I want to say hi to some people that they're watching. Kathy Daniels, Sue House, Teresa Callis, Miss Rain, Jacqueline Tackerberry, Miss Noemi, and to everybody that is watching. Good evening to everyone. How's everyone doing? Beautiful night, beautiful night. God bless everybody. Let's start. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and for America's Voice. Good evening to everybody on this beautiful Thursday, 21st of November. We're almost done with the year, people. We're almost done. It's been a really tough year for us as we've been broadcasting for you guys about the immigration situation in our country and also the immigration situation in the United States. How's everybody doing? Good evening to everybody. And as it's speculated, as speculated in our state, I don't know if you guys remembered, I did a broadcast not that long ago at a particular shelter that it was supposedly going to reopen. It was a bazaar that it was rented out by supposedly the half of the bazaar was property of the mayor, and the other half were particular owners. They were private owners. So that shelter didn't go as it was as planned. Situation was that behind the shelter there was junior high school, two junior high schools. They were also a university, a college. Also, they had, around that particular place, they had, really important businesses, Mercedes-Benz dealer, and all these kinds of, companies around it. So all of them got together and none of them were agreeing with the shelter getting built. Now, as you know, it was speculated there was a 5,000 migrant people shelter getting built. There was, speculation that it was going to get built over here in Tijuana after, they canceled that bazaar that it was going to reopen that supposedly was going to have a capacity for 5,000. But as we have seen in the past, migrant caravan uses also parking lots to fill, migrants that they're coming from the south of Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador and the caravan. Now, what is happening? The speculation is hard. The speculation is strong. And the speculation is that there's a shelter now that is almost done. It's already been built. It is going to be open in this last week of November or the first week of December. It has the capacity for 5,000 people, and it's going to be hosting all the migrants in that particular shelter. Now, the thing with this situation is that the organizations that they are helping with the health department, per se, one of them, legal department also, and also for psychological help, doctors, and all that kind of stuff. The majority of them have moved out from particular points of particular points that they were finding migrants in shelters. What does that mean? That the health department is not in El Chaparral anymore. The health department is not going to shelters anymore. The health department is going to get moved to this particular facility that is going to host 5,000, that has the capacity for 5,000 migrants. Now, not only that, doctors, that they are going to help them, medical department, educational, for kids, for migrant kids. Also, there's going to be, all types of help from organizations from the United States over there. And it looks that the government now is taking over how the shelters need to be organized to the fact of hosting or taking migrants into their own facility. That is the number one thing that the government of Baja California needs. They want to expose and they want to show the shelters of Tijuana how to handle the situation regarding the security of the migrants, regarding how they need to be living, regarding how they need to be adjusted, regarding how they need to be fed, regarding how they need to be checked medically, regarding all of that. So it is a reality, people. Tijuana, Baja California is going to be, they already built a shelter for 5,000 people. We are awaiting on the news on when it's going to be opened and when is it going to be functioning. I will be having information for you guys in the incoming weeks and the incoming days to go and live and broadcast for you guys the new shelter for the Mexican public and for, the American public, the United States of America, and for you guys to get to know the installations and the surroundings of the shelter. Also, not only that, to ask around the citizens, on the shelter, and to ask around on that neighborhood if they agree or they don't agree. What do they think about, helping other people? Do they agree that these people need help, or they don't agree? Also, we need to ask the organizer if that shelter is for every migrant regarding if he's from Mexico, he's from a particular part of the continent, or if it is for everybody. That would actually help a lot for us to encourage the Mexican migrants that they don't have nowhere to go, that they don't have a roof, that they don't have a place to stay, they don't have, our Mexican deported migrants, that they don't have no food, no nothing, so they can go to this particular shelter and they can get help. So, yes, people, it is a reality. It is the truth. 5,000 people shelter is getting built in our city of Tijuana, Baja California. It is a reality, yes. We are going to be the number one shelter that is the biggest shelter probably in the whole state is going to get built or is already built in our city of Tijuana. And, the only thing that I'm asking is that they put the example to other shelters, how to manage security, how to do things right, and how to not let, activism enter their shelters. That is really important. If you're coming to help, there's no stopping on that. But when you're coming and violating rules of the shelter and you bring activism into it to trying to motivate or trying to, in one way, instigate for them to be a little bit more radical against a system, that is, indoctrinating, indoctrinating a different type of understanding on how to migrate to the United States. That is completely different, people. Absolutely, completely different. So let's keep an eye on things that they're doing right. Hopefully, everything is going to be doing right. And let's just, hope that things are for the better. We are in this United Nations pact, people. There's no reason for us to be upset at this point. The reason why is that our president is not getting out of this United Nations pact. So the best thing that we can do is not try to assimilate, but try to, in a way, try to do things to encourage these people to do things right. And for them to not to be suffering, for them to not to be, in a way, doing things incorrectly by risking their families, risking their children, and risking their own lives. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and for America's Voice. I'm getting information right now. I'm sorry. right here. The phone came down for a little bit. I'm sorry for that. Let me see right here. How's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Good evening to everybody. Yes, it is a reality. 5,000 people shelter is getting built in our city of Tijuana. It's the largest shelter in the state of Baja right now. Is the largest shelter. I will do a segment in Spanish as soon as I finish this live video. Voy a hacer un segmento en español en cuanto termine este. Qué enfado con este teléfono. No se quiere quedar quieto. Déjenme nomás quitarle aquí. Ahora sí se va a quedar quieto, miren. Se va a quedar quieto ahí. Right there. Okay. As you know, we've been seeing statistics and stats that they've been giving us. More than 600 reused children. It's the number that it's being pulled off by the Arizona Border Patrol. That is the statistic and the stat that they're giving right now, that more than 600 children, and when it comes to in the past 3 months, apparently, is the stat, the actual, accurate stat of children being reused. What is reused? Rented. Children that they are being reused in a way as a fake family. And that is the stat that is given the Arizona Border Patrol. Now, regarding information that it was giving, but which cities of the United States or which states of the United States are the ones that they grant more asylum. We already know that one of them is California, the other one is New Jersey, the other one is New York, and another one is Florida. So there's a speculation that more migrants are going to come in buses. Now, why are migrants arriving and why it's not a caravan? It's just migrants arriving in different types of buses. Now, why? The speculation is that they're coming because those are the ones that they're waiting for their visas of transit. Those are the ones that they're waiting for the visas of transit. Apparently, a lot of visas of transit, they were just approved in Tapachula. So these people are eventually going to start moving to the north. Now, we already know that when they start moving to every border, the caravan starts watered down because of the possibilities of them staying in a more secure city, a more secure border, or which one they want for for the safety of their family. A lot of them stay in El Paso, in Juarez. A lot of stay in Nuevo León. A lot of them stay in Nogales. A lot of them stay in our beautiful state of Baja California. So it is a reality, people. The shelter is getting built, and we will try to do a live video. Also, I will be live streaming from a particular shelter on Saturday to give you guys information on a particular organization that is coming from the United States to help this particular shelter, and for you guys to get the whole get down on the information on shelters and on the migrant caravan. How's everybody doing? Good evening to everybody. Thursday questions that you guys want to ask, I'm right here for you guys regarding other particular subjects. Yes, it is sad what happened to my partner, Conservative Anthony, as he's running for Congress in District 16 of El Paso. It is, I will not get into that particular subject too much. A lot of people are asking me, what is my opinion on that subject? My opinion is that I'm in Mexico. I'm not supposed to get involved in politics or things that happen in the United States of America. My obligation is to inform what is happening with the migrant caravan and what is happening in the politics in my country. But as a friend that he is to me, that he is like a brother to me, I feel really ashamed of what just happened. I think that this is a cheap shot of what has been done. I don't think that this is the correct way to debate, to fight back. I think that this is a coward way to do in a competition for Congress. And I believe that God will always prevail, as he is prevailing right now. And he is on a roll right now. He's doing, everything that it was done with the turkey factor. As you guys will like to go to his live feed and understand what is happening. Everything has, God prevailed for him, and it helped him, and it helped, all the people that they are backing, Anthony up, as for Latinos for Trump, as for other organizations, as for people of El Paso. Congratulations to my partner, as he has struggled and he's going to struggle through this fight against the evil, against the left, against liberals, against socialists. And leave it to the side. It's just against evil. It's just evil, minds that they trying to compete against, something that has been done, and it has, that it was a purpose to help, to feed the Border Patrol agents, to feed the United States Customs. That is his dream, to help these agents that they are working night and day. And they tried to ruin his plan, or they tried to ruin whatever he was trying. They tried to ruin the event. God bless my partner. They pull it off with other political, with other people that that they are helping him to stand behind him, and to support him, and to continue with this event on this oh my God, I'm so tired. On this day, on Thanksgiving Day. God bless everybody. God bless everybody that is watching. How's everybody doing? Questions, Q&A for everybody. As I'm waiting for you guys if you guys want to ask me a question, I'm right here for you guys. Go ahead. I'm right here for whatever question you guys, and whatever comment regarding X to A to the Z situation that you guys want to talk about. Go get some rest, Oscar. I'm all right. I'm always reading, and I'm always working. So, reading and working. It will end up being even better than it was planned. That's what it looks like. It looks like it ended up way better than it was planned. And now people are really into it. Now it has united more people. That is the phenomenal thing. Why Tijuana? I thought the migrants I have to be 30 miles away. Well, the shelter that is getting built is 30 miles away from the border. So, Tijuana is a big city, Michelle. Big city. And the shelter where it's getting built is 30 miles away from the border. So they're entitled to building it, whether they're with the United Nations Pact of rules and laws. How long will it take them to build this immigration city? It's not an immigration city. It's a shelter, and it's already built. I believe that it was an abandoned warehouse, but they expanded it. That is apparently is already done. Your hair is long. Are you growing it out? Yes, it's kind of long. Yeah, I'm letting it grow. Okay. Hope you're well, my friend. Thank you so much, Bet. Send you a big hug. So, is it the UN sending the transportation? Well, I don't know. That's another investigation that we need to know. Who's paying the transportation? Who's moving these people? The majority of them are, a lot of them, they paid themselves the transportation. A lot of them, they pay themselves the transportation. Others, there's shelter organizations that they go over there and they sponsor these people. So, there's a variety of options. Let's see another. What were the 5 states that Mexico was approved to visas to transit? 5 states. Oaxaca, Tabasco, Yucatan, Chiapas, and Cancun. I heard the UN is out of money. Apparently, yes. Apparently, yes. Questions, people? Questions? Chris Sandusky Booman. Miss Chris, how you doing? And thank you. No, thank you. God bless you. I'll send you a big hug. Questions before I go, people? Like the new pick. Which new pick? Mexican government sues Walmart for El Paso shooting. It's a debatable thing. It's a debatable thing. It's like United States trying to sue the Mexican government or trying to held accountable the Mexican government for the Lebron shooting. Let's be honest, people, and let's be fair. Let's be honest and let's be fair. It's not a question of who's right and who's wrong. It's a question of finding the answers and finding the solution for all of this. In the mind of my president and in the mind of a lot of people, there is a situation that it happened at El Paso. There were Mexican citizens killed in this mass assassination by a maniac, as they were, murders, and there was a mass assassination in Rancho La Mora in Chihuahua. So, in two countries, we're having problems of security. Just want to say thanks. God bless. Oscar, thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, Barbara. Walmart didn't kill anyone. Yeah, I know that Walmart didn't kill anyone, but the security measures were not taken correctly. So, what do you want me to do? I'm not a lawyer. Questions, people? Comments? Hi from Playas. Ésele Yulam. Andalón, ¿cómo estás? Saludos, viejo. Questions, people? Questions that you guys want to ask? Okay, there's a couple of questions. When will you take another trip? I'm trying to go to Venezuela, and probably I will need you guys' support to go over there. It's kind of expensive to go over there, but I will like to, probably later on, I will do something for us to see if you guys want me to go. If you want me to go, let's just find a way that we can cooperate with each other so I can go to Venezuela and give you guys great reporting on that particular part of Central America. How's Mexico going to help your people during this crisis? How is Mexico? Mexico is a big word. I don't think that it's Mexico. I think that is how the government of Mexico is going to change the perception of socialism into helping our people. That is one of the things that is everybody in Mexico now. There are a lot of people on the left. They're changing their minds about AMLO, and they know what he's doing is incorrectly, and the country's getting out of his hands. A lot of them, they're understanding that, the security measures in our country are getting worse by the minute. More than 28,000 murders this president has not controlled in his first 11 months of his government. That is the most violent president in the history of our country, and we still have the most unbelievable stats. Tijuana escalated to number 1 in the world for violence and delinquency. El Paso, Juarez escalated to number 5. They were not even on the top 5. Now, there's other stats that are really important for us to know. That is, we got 4 cities we got Mexico with the United States is the number 4 border of most insecure border in the world. You got Iraq, you got Afghanistan, Iraq, you got North Korea, Mexico, and then you got Syria. So these are the stats that our government needs to decrease. In cartel activity, we're number 1 in the world. And in creating amapola and cultivating amapola, we're number 2 in the world next to Afghanistan. So those are the kind of stats that our president needs to change. But the thing is, people, that our president wants socialism. And that is, with socialism, all of these things come. Just tell me one country that it has improved with socialism. Give me one country that it has improved with socialism. Iran, no, it's Iraq. It's Afghanistan, Iraq, North Korea, Mexico with the United States, and Syria on number 5. Let me go back to the comments right here. Will you be traveling to other countries anytime soon? That's what I want to do. I want to go to Venezuela, but probably we'll start a GoFund to go to Venezuela. I don't care really what other people say about, me being an independent reporter. And the people, if they want me to go to Venezuela, I will make a pool. And if they want me to go, I will need your help. Eventually, I will put the prices of the trip and the transportation and all that we need. So I will go to Venezuela and report for you guys. We already have 2 contacts in Venezuela that are really good, and they're waiting for me to go. That will be a great option, as we have already gone to Tapachula twice, and we have, gone to several places in our state. Now, to go over there, it's a little bit expensive. So let's try to figure it out. If we could come to, we can cooperate and we can work together so I can go. Venezuela is very dangerous. If you go with the right people, no, it's not. Everyone's Zeus for everything. Everything is the way it is. Blue needs donations to go. Not specifically, but yes. I never, hi Oscar, I was driving. Hope you're well. Happy Thanksgiving to you. God bless you. Venezuela's in South America. Yes. Venezuela is not stable. Very dangerous for reporters. If you go with the right people, yes, it is stable. Thank you for educating me. God bless you. Thank you so much, Ms. Wanda. Dangerous to go to Venezuela. Shouldn't go. Although we are where you are is dangerous too. God. Okay. Tijuana is number 1 city in the world for violence and delinquency, homicides and killings. Caracas is number 3. Caracas is Venezuela. Comparison to 1 and 3, there's not much of a difference. If you go with the right people and if you go with the right protection, it wouldn't be no problem. You are trying to do the best that you can on reporting. You're not going to instigate. You're not going to motivate people to start, activism. and you're only going to report on what is happening and what is the situation in Venezuela. That is our purpose. Have they got the guys that I don't understand your question. Please pray for no socialism in America. Yes. Iran. No, it's not Iran. It's Iraq. Iraq. It's not Iran. It's Afghanistan, Iraq, North Korea, Mexico with the United States, and Syria. It's not Iran. The disgraceful situation benefits. Okay. It's a shame, Oscar. We're still hoping for the best outcome. Thank you so much. Well, getting so out of control. Do you have a welfare system? Do most people get retirement pay? Yes, we have a welfare system, and we got also retirement pay. I am afraid that this particular religion that it starts with an I is taking over Mexico. There's a lot of that religion is coming to our country. And there's a lot of people that are coming from Middle East parts of the Middle East cities. They're coming, a lot of them. And yes, we're getting a variety of people. Look what happened to Jorge Ramos. They took his equipment. Yes, but he was interviewing the president. I'm not going to interview the president. Okay, we need you to get asylum, Oscar. That is not the way. Let's show the United States that we are an asset to the United States, not a person that is asking for. There's nothing wrong for asylum, but let's be different. China will classify like socialist. China is yes. It's communist. Socialism is not about improving things for the people, only for the elite. Yes, absolutely correct. Our president is none such of what you speak. Our president is none such of what you speak. Who's speaking of your president? Which president are you talking about? Which president, Nick, are you talking about? I don't follow your comment. Which president are you talking about? I think you misunderstood on who I am. Let me present myself to you. I think you're your first time viewer. My name is Oscar Blue. I'm an independent reporter in the city of Tijuana, Mexico. I am talking about the president of Mexico, that he's a socialist. I'm not talking about the president of the United States. Taking over the United States, socialism is one step away from communism. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much, Bernice. Your reporting has always been amazing. Thank you so much. Who are the 5,000 Oscar? No, they're. If you guys are using that particular word in our live feeds, it's going to drop constantly. Let's watch the language with a particular religion. But no, there's migrants, just migrants. So Mexicans can migrate legally because y'all are listed according to the United Nations Pact, right? I do not want you there. It's very dangerous. We need you in Mexico. You won't even acknowledge me. I am acknowledging not right now. Nick Forrest, what is your question? What are you talking about? I think you misunderstood me, brother. Oscar, have you seen Behold Israel videos? No, and I will love for you to send me a video. Shove the minority agenda across the majority. Okay. You couldn't if you tried. Okay, Nick Forrest. What is this guy? What's going on with this guy? Okay. Nick Forrest, how you doing, man? I don't acknowledge, so you are concerned. How do you feel about your president? Okay, this is the first time viewer. All right, let me, as I presented myself to you, I'm against socialism, brother. I'm against socialism, and I'm against the president of my country that is pushing socialism and that is pushing this immigration agenda into your country of the United States. President Trump is the one that is protecting his own country and is the one that is for patriotism and nationalism in their country. He's protecting their sovereignty. And, we've been following President Trump's footsteps as he's doing a magnificent job on protecting his country. I think that much clearer than that, I don't know if I can be. I send you a big hug, brother. Hope that you're doing good. And hope that a point was cleared up. Yeah, you're a first-time viewer. Thank you for being over here, Nick. Hopefully you will be here more often. Join me on Saturday as I'm going to be live streaming at a shelter for you guys to get information on what is happening over here. I report on the country of Mexico, and I report on the borderline of my country. Also, I have gone to Tapachula and Guatemala and South America. A shame what happened to Anthony Serkis. I told him, make turkeys great again, man. Make turkeys great again. And they made them. Walmart gave them a bunch of turkeys again. So they made turkeys great again. Questions, people, before I go. I'm almost there. Questions, people, before I go. Comment about Evo Morales. What do you want me to say? We are the Mexican government is being responsible right now for a corrupt ex-president of Bolivia, a president that cheated on his last re-election. He wanted to re-elect himself again, and after 14 years of dictatorship, because he was a dictator, the government of Bolivia and the people of Bolivia were like, hell with this. We're tired of it. And we don't want him anymore as our president. This guy was losing the bouts in the elections. The system went down. Apparently, the system went down. There's a percentage for him to reach to get reelected. System went down. When he came up, he had the points that he needed to reelect himself. The government of Bolivia, the people of Bolivia, and the military of Bolivia kicked him out. They didn't want him over there. And the one that lifted the hand to give him asylum was the government of Mexico. Not Mexico, because Mexico is all Mexican citizens. Not all Mexican citizens, and I'm talking about millions of Mexicans. We don't want Evo Morales over here. We don't want a dictator. We don't want a socialist dictator in our country. We want the best for our country. And we want socialism out of our country so we can become a great country fighting the corruption and fighting the left over here in our country. What happened to the turkeys? If you want to see what happened to the turkeys, follow my partner, Conservative Anthony. Go to his live feed as he can explain how the most embarrassing move, I think, that a mature man can do to just ruin beautiful Thanksgiving for the law enforcement, for the law agents, for the Border Patrol agents in the United States Customs in El Paso. I think it's been it's a shameful move. And it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. It's really embarrassing what they just did. What do I think about Chile? Chile has a lot of activism right now. Not too long ago, around 1 month ago, 11 activists, they got assassinated. The majority of them were students because they were against the system and against, the corruption that is going on in Chile. And all of these riots and all of these activism, it's it's a chaos that is, partially you can say that is created, and ultimately it leads for people to flee and to escape from their countries, and they start migrating, they start moving because of the violence that is increasing and because of the security that is decreasing. So, what do I think about Chile? Chile is the same situation that is happening in Mexico. What do I think about Chile is the same situation that is happening in Nicaragua. What I think about Chile is the same situation that is happening in Argentina. What I think about Chile is the same situation that happened in Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador. What I think about Chile is the stacked situation that is going on in Central America, South America, and now a little bit of North America, as we have been seeing that the United States has been having a lot of activism in your country. It is changing. A lot of things are changing, people. A lot of them call it the rising of socialism, the rising of the left. And, this is the rising, a lot of them, they're calling the rising of conservatives. So it's a fight right now between conservatives and between liberals in every part of the continent of America. South America, Central America, North America. God bless you guys. I will leave. Have a beautiful night. Do you know if they were okay? One more question. Well, there was a question, but it went up too quick. God bless you guys. Dios bendiga a toda la gente que me está viendo en español. Dios los bendiga a todos. Y viva México, señores. Viva México. God bless you guys. Viva México. Viva the United States of America. And God bless every single one of you guys. Stay safe, everybody. And always remember, peace and love, everybody. Because always, your country. Oh, and before I go, follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, right there, as he's running for Congress in District 16 of El Paso. He's trying to do the best for his city, and he's trying to do the best on this Thanksgiving. Follow him and support him as he's trying to fight the left and the liberals over there in El Paso. God bless everybody. Stay safe, and always remember, peace and love, everybody, because always your country is first.